Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to PyroFalkon's Let's Play Extravaganza, where today I'm joined once again by Levi.
Hey, what's going on?
And we are playing Zelda Wind Waker HD. Just getting started, and then I'll talk about it. What do we want for our name? Good question. I don't know. Is there anything in mind? We have to do something wackier than Link, because, you know, that's so bloody cheesy.
I usually just do the Link thing, but we got to think of something different for
That's right.
good purpose.
Shit, I'll probably just restart the intro.
Let's name it WASD.
WASD?
Yes.
All right.
For the computer, for computer controls.
We are WASD. It
yes.
works for me.
WASD.
So Levi is in control of the gamepad at the moment. I'm just watching. This is one of the few Zeldas I have not played, and it's one of his favorites of all time.
Yes,
so
it is.
he has plenty of stories for it, and he will likely carry the show more than we will, or more than I will. The Akamura is here, but unmiked at the moment. Not sure if we'll get any input from her, but we'll see. And Levi and I will switch off as we want.
Oh yeah, my favorite, the intro.
So what?
This has got to be watched.
So what can you tell us about the game other than, oh, thank you, the Akamura just served us coffee.
I appreciate it.
Yes, much appreciated.
Well, this is actually one of the first Zeldas, in my opinion, that gave you the true sandbox feeling. I'm sure that you agree that all the previous Zeldas from, you know, ages past, from the original up, was basically a Zelda game that focused on Hyrule and rolling around Hyrule. You know, this game has it in it, but, I mean, the sea is just like a completely different spin on what, you know, people were thinking the Zelda series was going to go in that direction. It's kind of interesting to see a story built around like a, you know, what happened to Hyrule afterwards kind of thing. But I really don't know where this game truly fits into the series just yet.
I've got the Hyrule Historia. Could you hand that to me, Rachel? It actually has a list of where all the games fell into their into the storyline. I just can't remember.
You know,
I still haven't even read
and I've
the
looked
thing.
at that before, and it just still feels so broken up. It just feels like there's a lot that's not really told in there.
If I remember right, they built a timeline and
Yeah,
as Rachel said,
it seems like you know the game developers at Nintendo that have focused on the Zelda series throughout the ages, to say have really jumped around as far as their ideas for the Zelda game. I mean, we see vastly different graphics. I mean, from one game to the other. I mean, we jump from Wind Waker, which uses this cell shader style, you know, cartoony, to the Twilight Princess, which goes all out, you know, high-end graphics on the GameCube. Like, it was one of the best-looking GameCube games there was, period.
I know Nintendo took a lot of flack when both this game... Well, when the game came out, they took a lot of flack for the graphic style. They took a lot of flack for the gaming style.
Yeah,
but
and
it's
now
really
look at it.
polarizing
Nintendo
game.
re-releases it in HD, and it actually makes the Wii U sell.
Absolutely. Well, once that deal came, the bundle, it pretty much saved the Wii U from the depths of...
Once you throw a Zelda title at Nintendo fans, man, they just can't resist in buying their new machine. I mean, I bought the Nintendo 3DS for A Link Between Worlds because I never was a Zelda gamer that really got into the mobile titles, but A Link Between Worlds was pretty impressive, and it also remade one of my longtime favorites.
All right.
I'm gonna have to play that. I think it's like $10 or something.
Okay, Wind Waker falls in the timeline
Yeah,
just
it's
after
not bad.
Ocarina of Time. Assuming that
So
Ganon
this
is sealed
just
in the
after
original.
Ocarina? Yeah, I got that
Yep.
feeling from the beginning of the storyline, and we're probably going to see that here, because when you're initially on the island, there's kind of a couple cues that tell you that there was a Hero of Time. But that's the weird thing, is because other games make reference to the Hero of Time, and it makes it really hard to figure out where it falls into the time frame.
Exactly. Of course, the time... By the way, guys, in case you didn't look at the time... This first episode will be a half-hour special since we have all the storyline stuff to get into. After that, we'll probably do 15 or 20-minute episodes. I seem to prefer that kind of formula, having a half-hour special at the beginning of every series. But anyway, yeah, I know when Zelda was first started off, like Shigeru Miyamoto said, every Zelda pair was a game. So Zelda 1 and 2 was one storyline, and then the whole universe reset for A Link to the Past and Link's Awakening. Then the timeline reset again. But now with the Hyrule Historian, Nintendo has basically pulled a cohesive story out of its ass.
Yeah, that's basically what that was, too. Because a lot of fans were complaining of, what the heck are you doing? These games are just hopscotching around.
Yeah,
Zelda,
exactly.
Basically, the Zelda series, they had to do something, or else fans are going to be like, well, these games are just being created out of, they are being pulled out of the ass. That's it.
And to me, like, I sort of wish they had just left it alone rather than forcing a storyline on it. I think too many fans were bitching and moaning about wanting a cohesive storyline, but Shigeru and Nintendo should have just stuck by their guns and said, you know what, they're all independent, shut up.
I kind of agree with you, but at the same time, I mean, as a diehard Zelda fan, I kind of want a storyline. I want to know where they connect.
That's true.
And after all these games, I mean, it's always the same thing. You collect the 3 gems, you get the Master Sword, and then you have to do something else. Either collect all the sages, or in this game, you have to bring back the power to your sword that lost its juice,
Can I just say Link looks like he got done with a freaking bender? I mean, he looks like he's just fucking hungover. It's
Dude,
not half asleep, little
hey, man,
girl.
this
it's
is like
wiped out.
This is the island world. They were drinking rum hardcore. Him and his great granny.
Well, I'm sorry, it's not Link, it's Wasid. That's who we're playing with today.
Wast.
He even looks offended about his name. But it's...
Shit, it's my birthday. I'm playing Tiger Bombs.
Yes, this is Wast.
So, Wast is... It does. So, how much cleaner does this look over the GameCube version? Because
Well, the last time that I played the Wind Waker, it was definitely on the GameCube. I haven't really played it since. Yeah, it looks really good. This looks awesome. This game always actually did look pretty good. I mean, it's pretty. Watch, let's just break the ripples here.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And you notice that after the Wind Waker, they really pushed this on the mobile titles as well. Like, I mean, you saw directly after the Wind Waker, the next mobile title that came out was Spirit Tracks, I think.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, we're talking. They really came up with the cartoony thing. It got pretty popular. Yep, Phantom Hourglass as well. It definitely used.
One of the things that I like
stuff.
about the design already, even though I'm not touching the thing, Levi does not own a Wii U. He's barely touched one. He's got the gamepad in his hands, barely used it, and he picks up the control immediately. And that's not just Zelda. That's just not his previous experience with Zelda. It's the game being well designed and all the controls making sense and everything just feeling good. It's one of the things Nintendo has always been good at.
Yeah, it's great. It really is. This is nice. This is a nice system. Nintendo had to be good at design on their stuff, because if they didn't, they wouldn't be able to keep up with the graphics and stuff that other games really bring to the table. Other games focus on graphics, where Zelda's focus more on what your mind can come up with, puzzles,
Right,
That's the reason why it'll always be my all-time favorite. Not that I don't like the Elder Scrolls Skyrim, where you just kill things and blast them down with, hammers and shit. But
he did not want clothes for his birthday. He was like, "Come on, give me something else."
Yeah. He's kind of pissed off.
I don't blame him, man. If I was a kid, I'd want a freaking game console, not a pile of clothes.
It's like how do you even survive on this island, though? Like, as a matter of fact, I just realized that on this island, I don't see any food production going on, and how are you supposed to grow food in sand? Like, you got this woods up here with monsters in it, but there's nothing to help them out.
Everyone's just gonna be eating fish for the rest of their lives. That's got to be a terrible experience.
She's definitely Japanese, though, looking at her eyes.
Racist?
No, I'm not racist. This is definitely very Japanese. Yes, she is Japanese. This is Nintendo we're talking about here. Let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
This is definitely a very Japan-like build over the game. Their culture is kind of very prevalent here.
Just in the first 5 minutes, I can see where people would bitch and moan about the graphics.
Come here.
The graphic style in this
things.
game, but I don't think it's so bad. Can you pick up the peg?
Yeah, you can.
Nice.
And the point is to pick up the pig, but
Really?
they run from you and they suck. And he goes back to his pen. Yay!
Awesome. Hello.
There's a bunch
Cyclist.
of them on this island, and I think she gives you something for them. It's been a while.
Get near a mic if you're going to be talking. You gotta.
Be in Ocarina of Time, who uses Anju's model for Majora's Mask. She keeps losing her fucking cuckoo, so you gotta go find him, and it was the exact same kind of premise there.
Exactly.
Yeah, they had that in
Definitely.
Ocarina of Time.
Not
too.
to mention, that was in the most recent title on the 3DS. You actually have to gather those on a Link Between Worlds as well, which I will
I
say,
really need to
if
get
someone
that
hasn't
game.
picked up that title yet, I really recommend you pick that up if you're a Zelda fan.
One of
because
our
it's some good stuff.
one of our coworkers, John from Electronics, has that game, and he showed it to me. And I'll tell you what, it looks amazing. But when he showed it to me, he had the 3D effect on, and it was at a weird angle to my eyes, and that made me bug out a little bit. But then he let me hold it, and I could actually move Link around, and it was pretty sweet. I definitely need to pick up Link Between Worlds. I meant to actually get that for Christmas, but instead I got this one. So,
This is good.
but even though I got
You'll
it
get
for
it
Christmas, I bought this game December 7th, and I remember that because there was a special discount I
As
had
soon as
because
I beat
of
it,
that.
I'll let you borrow it. How
And-
about that?
As soon as you beat it,
soon
it's
as I
my
beat it.
freaking game.
No, I'm talking about.
Oh,
Link
yeah.
Between Worlds.
That's fine. I was teasing mostly, but anyway. But yeah. But I got this game on December 7th, and I just today in front of Levi broke the Shrinker app, and it's January 16th.
Time to make the neighbor really unhappy.
Sweet, do it. Oh Jesus, Wazd! My God, you're clumsy,
The neighbor's not happy with me.
man. Well, I mean, I see why he's acting out. He got clothes for his birthday. He's gonna do a little bit of property damage to get some revenge. It sounds perfectly reasonable to me.
This kind of foreshadows something that you have to do later when he talks about his brother.
Okay.
He's involved with the local deity. It's part of getting one of those gems.
Did they have a whole lot of They didn't really start in with the whole concept of deities until like the last few Zeldas, have they? Because they didn't really touch on. No, never mind. They did
This
have
is
it
a
in
very-
Ocarina of Time. They talked about the goddesses of Hyrule, so never mind. Losing my mind.
That's right.
Holy shit.
I have to horizontal slice him. Now, one of the best things about the Wind Waker was the combat. It was actually very fun.
The animation is ridiculously smooth. How does the combat compare to like Ocarina of Time?
Oh, that was a thrust, not a vertical slice. I always mess this up the first time.
Ocarina of Time's combat, but you kind of.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, Ocarina of Time was actually one of the first games where the targeting feature got to be really prevalent in games. The
Right,
Ocarina of
right.
Time brought that to the table. Z-targeting was a revolution for gaming. I mean, Z-targeting was awesome.
I remember reading somewhere or hearing somewhere that with Zelda, with Ocarina of Time, it was always intended to be like a one-on-one combat simulator. Like, that was always what it was supposed to be. And then, features got removed and added, and pretty much the only thing that was carried over from the one-on-one deal was the Z targeting. Which is why, like, in Ocarina of Time, when you go one-on-one, it always feels really good, but in other circumstances, it doesn't really feel good, like when you're just out on the field.
Most epic battle in all of Ocarina of Time was Water Temple, Shadow Link.
Oh,
Shadow
yeah.
Link was a tough enemy, man.
Exactly.
He was hard to hit, man. I don't really, to this day, even know how I beat him. I just know I kept swinging and then he died. Like, maybe my endurance was longer. He just ran out of shadow juice.
Hey, whatever works.
I don't even remember what I'm supposed to do right now.
You need to shove that kid into the lake, see if he can swim.
I'm actually going to go in the lake, and it's actually the ocean.
But that's all right. Just screw around. If you
That's-
get lost, I'll take over for a few minutes, and we'll just look around.
Yeah, I'll work on it. Oh, yeah, you can't go up here. There's plants in the way. Filthy plants. Oh,
yeah,
yeah, I
you're
have
not
to find
even
my
armed yet.
sister again, don't I? She gives me the telescope. That's what it was. It's been a while, man.
Dude, I was gonna say I'm totally trusting you because man, they even paint his shadow on their water.
Yeah, that's sweet.
That is ridiculous.
This looks really good, actually.
And I'm not even playing the it's in
Now, the original looked good, too. Don't get me
Right,
wrong,
right.
but you can definitely see the shadows and differences here. They're taking full advantage of the Wii U. That's what
And-
this was intended to do.
In fact, what you're watching now is slightly degraded graphics because when I do recording, I have to downgrade the graphics to a composite signal. It's not even in HDMI right now.
Oh,
So if I put it in HDMI, we'd probably feel like we were there.
We'd have a huge video is what we'd have.
Yeah. I'm actually planning on upgrading my capture box so I can start capturing HDMI signals. All right, telescopes. Yeah, that's a worthy present. Now Wazd is all happy.
Wast is set up. He's got a telescope now.
Yes, he's ready to go.
Sure is a powerful weapon.
Using the gamepad, you can touch to equip items. So there you go.
Oh, this is something I haven't done.
No worries about pause
Hopefully
menus
it's
and
something
shit.
like the 3DS, and I'll be in good shape.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Give it a shot.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. I can assign it to Y,
Yep.
and bam.
Nice.
Now.
Zoom in on the red post box. Is that what she said? There you go. Who the hell?
I don't know exactly is up with the shit. That's the bird guy.
Looks like a freaking turkey.
Yeah, Oh, I can't even remember. They show up somewhere else too, I think.
Kinda weird. He's molting. He's molting, girl.
It's around here somewhere. There it is. This is Ganon's evil bird.
I was just, jeez, you
Princess
both know more about
Zelda.
That's Zelda up there?
Yes, it actually-
I didn't even see what was.
Sorry for the spoiler, but yeah.
Fuck it. The game's like 40 years old at this point.
Yeah, that's not Zelda, but it is Zelda. She has the Triforce of Wisdom, and that's why Ganon wants her. And she is always the one that gets captured. Why is that? Why does Zelda always get captured?
I actually like that in Spirit Tracks. She lampshades that she's going to wait for Link, and the elder in the temple is basically all, why don't you just go with him, you lazy bitch?
Nice.
At this point, it's a little cliche, and it's cliche to even point out that it's a cliche about all the princesses getting kidnapped. I just know in Smash Brothers, Zelda always kicks my ass. So if she was as strong in the mythos as she was in Smash Brothers, she would not have any of these problems.
You know, isn't it convenient that you get your clothes, and then you get your shield, and you get your sword all in one day, and you start to become a hero?
Very convenient.
Like, you just wake up in the morning, straight up in your summer clothes, just chilling.
That's not how it works in real life. Shit, one day I decided, you know what? Maybe I should record some YouTube videos. And then magically my computer upgraded and I got my capture box all in the same day.
Whoa!
It's amazing.
That's pretty impressive.
Apparently I'm a legendary hero,
Granny's-
but only of YouTube.
Granny doesn't want me to have my shield, but I'm going to make her give it to me.
Screw her. She's old. She won't even remember what's going on in 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
All you have to do is
she
put
probably
on her
won't even know it's
stories
gone.
on the TV and she'll be all set.
I know I was supposed to get my shield. Maybe it's I get my sword first. Let me go
Yeah,
get...
you get the sword, and then you go back to
And then...
the shield and it's gone.
Yeah, and then Granny gives it to you. That's
Have you
right.
played Wind Waker, Rachel? Oh, I didn't realize that.
I only got to like the third stage.
Oh.
It's been so long since I played this game. Man, this is great.
It wasn't my game, so.
I think the reason I skipped it was just because I was it was just one of those games that I had other priorities getting, and I was never a huge fan of the GameCube, unfairly. So I just stopped worrying about games that came out for the GameCube and just worried about PlayStation and Xbox games. So I wound up skipping this the first
So
time.
now we're going to learn some mega sword skills. We're going to learn more than horizontal slice and thrust and everything. We got to start with the basics, however. Don't want to target him. Just press the button by itself.
He's teaching you the basics again.
Yes, he makes me go through the basics.
What a douche.
Or thrust. It depends if you push your stick forward.
ZL. I forget what's ZL? Is that the trigger?
Yeah, it's a trigger. This kind of feels like the GameCube controller to me in a little bit. That's the reason why I was able to pick up to it. It's very
I was
similar.
amazed that the gamepad feels so good in your hands.
It
I mean,
really
it's really well weighted and just everything. Nintendo did everything right.
All right, now the spin attack.
Link is so tiny. They don't mention his age, do they?
Oh, I
Just
love the
that
parry
he is-
attack. This is my favorite.
Parry attack?
Yes. Now it gets better than that. You can straight knock him down with the parry attack.
That's different. I mean, compared to Ocarina of Time and
And you can
Majora's
come back to
Mask.
this guy, and you literally, if you can survive 1,000 hits from him, then he will call you like a master and give you something cool.
Jesus,
Yeah,
1,000 hits?
1,000
Literally
hits.
hit?
You can't get hit one time.
That's insane.
And it's actually way harder than you think. Stop
Way
rotating. Wait for him to attack. He should let me do a parry here, or maybe he's wanting me to do something
He
different.
wants you to do the jump attack.
Oh,
There you go. I'm glad one of the three of us is paying attention.
yeah. I was not paying attention. I was just wanting to parry some more because I wanted to show you the one where he jumps over his head and like knocks him out. It's pretty sweet.
Awesome. What's the item he gives you? Is it like some sort of uber sword or like a piece of heart or some shit?
Boom! Sword.
Hero sword.
The lame sword. in
The
a way.
lame sword.
That's a piss. That's
And
super
you know what?
nice.
And you know what really pisses me off is when you get the Master Sword, it's kind of a shitty sword too. I mean, you get the Master Sword and you're like, damn it, it looks weird, and then you find out that it has absolutely no power in it.
That's what I liked about Seasons and Ages. So
Yeah.
if you got a different sword, your combat abilities would upgrade.
Okay, what was the only main title on the console where you didn't get a Master Sword? Little piece of trivia for you.
Was there one?
Yes. There is a title, a Zelda title on the console, a console.
It would
that,
have to be. I'm trying to think. I know you did in Zelda 1, Zelda 3. It must have been Zelda 2. That's the only one I can think of.
Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask.
Majora's
that's
Mask, you
right.
did not get a Master Sword.
That's
when
right.
When you came in with the Majora's Mask, you had the Kokiri sword to start out, and if you wanted to upgrade your sword later, you could get the Gold Dust sword.
Okay.
So Majora's Mask was one of the console titles that you didn't actually get a Master Sword.
We can always do that game too for the channel. if you're
Majora's
ever
Mask is excellent.
feeling
I would
Zelda-ish.
love to do that. And I'd also like to advocate a remake of that. That would be great. I would like to see a remake of Majora's Mask.
Didn't they say they're actually doing that, or
They
did
didn't
only
say they
imply
were
it?
doing it, but they said that there's a possibility.
I see.
It's a possibility. It's not like a.
I want to see Seasons and Ages without the
That would be cool. I
Okay.
haven't really. I kind of played them, just very little.
Seasons
Long
and
ago.
Ages.
Yeah, I actually didn't have a whole lot of experience with mobile titles. When it comes to mobile titles, I tore the console titles up, but I didn't play all the mobile titles. I want to remedy that. but-
You've got a 3DS, right?
yes.
Because last I knew, you could get it for only $2 each.
Yeah,
I've played or at least dicked around with the mobile titles.
I've got both of them. I started playing Seasons, but I got stuck, and so I quit. And then I haven't even touched Ages yet, which I need to do. I need to just bust out my DS at work and bang that out a little bit.
I love the sword draw.
So what are you doing here? Are you like rescuing this douche or
Yes,
something?
she's on a stick right now, and I've got to take her off the stick. Sounded really dirty, but it's whatever.
I wasn't even thinking in that
She's on a
direction,
s-
but that's fine.
She's on a stick
Moblin.
right now, and I've got to take
These are
her
the
up.
only version of the mobile
That's a weird ass. Yeah, because normally the moblins just kind of walk in one direction. That thing is all creepy as shit. It's not very combat.
All right, there's these enemies that you fight in the Wind Waker, and they go na 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 na, and you kill them. They go
sing as they hit you?
boom, and they blow up. It's really cool.
They sing as you hit them?
No, they literally when they're coming to attack you, you know
Yeah.
they're coming when you hear na 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 na, and then you go and they come attack you, and they just like jump on you in like
titles.
droves.
I hated the
Man.
jellies.
Yeah,
The
those the
jellies?
electric ones.
Oh,
Those sucked.
fuck those
And
buttons.
they would get down on the ground and be all like, zzz, and you'd step on them and then you'd electrocute the shit out of you. Oh, it was not fun. Now, I don't really understand what's going on here.
Ganon's dropping off a couple more moblins just to piss you off, apparently. God damn, those things are ugly. They could swallow Link. Waz the
come
whole.
on. You gotta have some more strength for that.
Apparently not.
These guys suck.
They do. They're useless.
No, the ones that I like to fight in this game are those iron guys. The armor ones. Oh, those are awesome.
I'll have to see what you're talking about.
We probably won't see it.
This is
They-
the captain of a pirate fleet.
This little person, girl,
Yeah.
I would have not guessed that she was a girl. Apparently, she has the same opinion as Link, or for Link. Tetra. What is wrong with that guy?
Yeah, see,
Is that one of her-
she's all like rough and tough now, and then later on they put a dress on her and do her hair. So, I mean, like,
I kind of liked that Tetra was kind of a bitch.
yeah. Then she ends up Zelda-ish. She looks just like Princess Zelda in all the other games. It's like the most generic looking thing you ever saw. She's got the Triforce on her dress and shit, and it's just like, all right.
Little princess twin tails on the side.
Yeah. I wish, like, right now on the video, we could just, like, flash her in that dress just a few times.
Sure, I'll find a picture and put it in here.
That would be good.
Yay. Yeah.
You just need to flash the Wind Waker in her dress a couple times. That would make it legit.
I will do that. Should we start a legitimate counter? I never did show you that.
Legitimate counter.
Yeah, I put in a counter for how many times you said legitimate.
Legitimate.
Yeah, it was great. It was wonderful.
Awesome.
Wind Waker was fun. Like, keeping time and shit, that was my jam.
Hell
Keeping
yeah.
time and shit? What are you talking about?
The Wind Waker is a conductor's
Mhm.
baton. Like, already music and time music.
I was really good at that.
Come in his pants.
The Wind Waker was definitely something different compared to the Ocarina, that's for sure.
Ocarina was great too. 'Cause
Yeah, it was.
It was a different instrument.
Oh yeah, you could play sharps and flats
Yeah.
but if you held the L button or something like that when you put in
You know, I'm surprised they
music
actually
notes.
did that in a way. That's just shows you how good it was.
That's online where you could like play.
Okay, this is the dumbest scene ever. I'm gonna get the bird and not.
Good job, Waz.
Waz just
Very
lost.
good.
He's retarded.
He clearly he's still working off that bender from last
You know,
night.
yeah, he is. He really got the rum hard. He really hit the rum hard.
So apparently this bird just likes kidnapping young women. Is
Yes.
that all he's doing here?
Yes, with
Link,
with
you're-
blonde
I mean,
hair.
Waz, you're so useless. She is kind of cute. She has I like tendrils. I've mentioned that in the show before. She has little tendrils on the sides of her head.
Come with me.
Yeah, it gets a little more legit. It gets a little more crazy later.
Pirates. You know, pirates. The terror of the seas. Fucking love Terra.
I need to get you a lapel. I need to get a third microphone because it's killing me that you're not
What I
mic'd up
really
right
loved
now.
about the introduction of Tetra was, you know how there's this ninja pirate war going on the internet?
Yes, Ninja Pirate War going on the internet.
Zelda is both.
Zelda is both. How is Zelda both?
She was Sheik in Ocarina of Time.
Oh, that's true.
Oh yeah, I guess Sheik is a little ninja-y, isn't she?
Yes, she's like a ninja.
That makes sense. She had that chain whip. Ugh. Ugh. I hate playing Zelda against Zelda
I
and
hated Sheik's chain whip, but I loved the needles of that.
Yeah.
needles. I don't remember the needles. It's been
Yeah.
forever since I played
Smash Brothers really brought that out into the light.
I
The needles were cool. Smash Brothers Melee, charge your needles up and just.
clink, clink, clink.
Yeah, those were fun.
Oh, right.
Those are fun.
Now I remember.
Oh
what
yeah,
I'm
the new
talking
Smash Brothers is coming out. That's something else.
about. Wait. What?
There's
The
a new Smash Brothers coming out for the 3DS and the Wii U at the same time.
When is that happening?
When's this happening?
Yeah,
this
like
year,
what's
it's
the
supposed
release
to.
date?
2014, but I don't know the
You
release
don't know?
date.
Oh,
I really haven't looked into it that
Google
far.
that if you don't mind, Rachel, because I can't commit the computer, my computer at the moment.
There is another Smash Brothers coming out. It is coming out for the 3DS and for the console at the same time, is what I heard.
Well, that's going on the list of shit I need to buy.
Oh yeah, Smash Brothers is the most game you can possibly do. I mean, like, I pillaged that game.
You pillaged,
I pillaged
the game.
that game.
That's good to
I
know.
plundered that game.
What's the date?
It's
Just
Yep, that's it.
it's taking forever.
And it,
Dude, they're gonna have Rosalina and Luma?
Who?
they're gonna have all kinds of cool
Rosalina
stuff.
and Luma. Who is that? Ugh. Okay.
That's gonna be interesting. And they're having the
Fair
villager
enough.
from. They're having the villager.
Oh yeah, I
from,
remember that.
New Leaf in there.
I do remember that. But do you have a
Trainer, are you shitting me?
yeah, do you have a release date in there?
Just 24.
Are you serious? They're having
Damn.
a Wii Fit trainer in there.
Yes.
That is lame. That is gonna be the most lame character. No one will play with that character.
I will play
I
with her
won't.
too,
Shit
just
and dick.
Watch it get its ass kicked by Bowser. I'd breathe.
Watch it kick Bowser's ass.
I'd breathe fire on.
well,
that
we know
bitch.
she's more fit than anybody else who's in there.
I would breathe fire on that bitch.
Mario's eating too much of the pasta. She's like way fitter than he is.
If Bowser's as good as he was in Melee,
I
then I'll be
really
happy.
wonder what her double jump thing will be. Animation.
I wonder what the villager's double jump will be. I wonder if he'll like take the net and like sweep himself up higher.
Are these three really just blathering all
Yes,
this time? My
they-
God,
That's legit.
That's a little
That's like
too
crazy.
talky.
It takes forever. Oh my gosh. What do you want?
I mean, I'm okay with some games. I'm okay with games being talky sometimes, but Zelda just, it feels like, just get to the frickin' point. Let's just get it going here.